Yo ho ho! We're back!
Another episode, new seasons of The Amazing Race and Survivor.
Which I freaking love. I love it when it's back to back.
I do too. I do too. 100%.
Oh my gosh. It just makes our videos a little bit longer because we have so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
I'm very excited for both of these seasons.
Yes. But for all of you, welcome back to the Amazing Survivors podcast with
Tremaine and
Tron.
All right. So we're going to talk about season 48 of Survivor first, and then we'll stop that video and go on to the Amazing Race 37.
37.
So, okay. First up, right off the top, people that you've looked at, anyone step or jump out to you?
Well, here's the interesting thing. I have looked at no people.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Tremaine has done his homework. I have not looked at a single person, but we got to get this going because the season starts on Wednesday. So
it does. It's coming quick.
So I'm just doing this on the fly here.
Okay. Since it's all going to be brand new to Tron, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Stephanie Berger.
Stephanie Berger up number 1, 38. Hometown is New York City. Lives in Brooklyn. She's a tech product lead. Ambitious, outgoing, and resilient. I don't think she's going to do well.
Okay, and tell me why. If this helps, she thinks she's going to play like Natalie and Jam Jam, which is interesting.
Jam Jam made it pretty far there.
He freaking won.
Yeah.
As far as allies go, her main quality is information.
Okay.
And her main pet peeve in life is a QR menu.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Honestly, she just kind of gives me like Carolyn vibes.
Okay.
So she might go far, but like she's not going to win. She just seems too, I don't know.
There's a very funny interview with one of the other gals, Chrissy. I guess in the classes and whatever they do, like the week before filming and starting the game, somebody had like tripped, and Chrissy's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And this lady's like, "Shh," because you're not supposed to talk to each other.
Oh wow, okay.
And right then, Chrissy's like, "I'm gonna vote you out."
Yeah.
And so,
well, she's not gonna be much like Jam Jam. Just loved everyone.
Yeah.
And he was just a happy, funny dude.
So this gal, she's really into tech and putting together multi-hundred million dollar deals for tech. And so she really likes to be in control.
That's
she's on the Green Tribe, which has some very... I think there's a ton of personality on each tribe. But personally for me, and what other people have said, just watching her mannerisms around Ponderosa and the game before, there's a few people who are like, yeah, I can't work with her.
Ooh,
no, thank you.
On her tribe?
I can't remember if they're on her tribe or on the other tribes.
Well, I mean, if she's already rubbing people the wrong way, she's probably not even going to make the merge.
Well, it's so funny because I guess, I don't know if they're sitting around a pool or at tables or whatever, but she was doing everything she could she was doing some painting and doing everything she could to make sure everyone saw her painting, like, real exorbitant yawns. And
okay, then I'm going to go with, I don't think she'll make the merge. I think she won't be the first off, but I would say she's probably...
I don't think she's going to get that far. But who knows? I could see her being the first boot on her tribe.
All right.
But we shall see.
All right.
All right, who's number 2?
Well, sorry, Stephanie. Okay, number 2. Oh, Shaheen Davari.
The first Persian man on Survivor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Persian food. There's a Persian restaurant just right up here. So good.
All right.
He is 38 from East Bay, California, lives in Costa Mesa, a debate professor.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I don't think that's a good thing for him.
It's only a good thing for him if he makes it to the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he can be very persuasive.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know his personality at all, but like if you're a debate professor, to me that just gives vibes of like he's going to want to show off his debating skills, and that's just going to irk people and just...
Well, I think it's one of those things where debate professor or not, whether you tell him or not, I love his energy.
Yeah.
And so many people are wary of him because he's got like a big personality already. I would love to work with him. He would be so fun.
Yeah.
But I do feel like he's got a huge target on his back already from pre-interviews or pre-game interviews. And he speaks very well. And I feel like too many people are going to be like, no, dude. It's
he's
almost
gonna be
like
too full of himself. He's going to be too into the like, I'm going to debate this with you. And people are just going to be like, go away.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be hilarious to see if him and Stephanie, who are on the same tribe, if they go head to head. It's going to be hilarious. And so I love this guy. Like the male testosterone version of Venus.
Oh, yeah.
But man, but I think he's a little bit more self-aware than Venus is.
Let's hope so.
But I love this guy.
Pet peeve is being interrupted. He loves the sound of his own voice.
That's going to be a problem.
Not going to be good.
But he does say for his ally, he needs someone to be a strategist so he can bounce ideas off and they can tell him, no, that's a terrible idea and this is why. So he wants to stay open-minded, kind of like that. His main player that he thinks he's going to be is like Penner. If you remember Penner from back in the day. I loved Penner.
Yeah.
The only problem with Penner is like he would create great relationships, but he would just press on the gas too much.
Yeah.
Too much too soon.
I think that's this guy's like biggest thing he needs to rein in is that debating stuff. He needs to not need to win every argument and debate, and he just needs to be able to pull on those like skills of debate when he needs to like manipulate situations and stuff, but like do it subtly, and then he'll probably be pretty good.
If he can get into like a solid 4 on his tribe, I think that's going to pay big dividends for him to get to the merge. Because say him and Stephanie clash, he doesn't have to keep talking. He can just go back to his 30 like, hey, we're voting her out, right?
Yeah.
You guys see this, right?
Yeah.
So, but I love him. I think he's awesome. He's got a ton of energy. The way he thinks about game. He is big time into Survivor, like everybody. But one of his biggest goals or accomplishments is getting his mom and his family and his church into Survivor. And now he runs a Survivor league of like 40 people, his own rules.
Oh wow!
And
really,
he's awesome. I'd love to play with this guy.
Well, we'll see if any of that can translate over to actual gameplay.
Let's hope. And
so he's on the same team as Stephanie.
Yep,
Tribe.
They're on the same Green Tribe. I think they're called Vula. Vula.
Great. Well, what tribe is Eva Erickson on? She is up next.
Eva. She is on the Purple Loggy Tribe.
Loggy, okay.
Let's see if that's a loser tribe.
Eva is 24 years old from Minnesota. She currently resides in Providence, Rhode Island, and she is a PhD candidate.
Yes.
Energetic, driven, and competitive.
Very much so.
Seems like so far there's just a lot of intelligent people, like school-wise, like a lot of people that have done quite a bit of schooling. So
yeah, in her pre-interview, she is working at Georgia Tech on her PhD. She also played on the men's hockey team.
Interviews with like the Survivor like the production team? They're doing like, hey, let's interview you, get you like a little bio out to you. What are these
No, this is Mike Bloom. He does podcasts for Rob has a podcast.
Okay.
He does a lot of reality TV shows. So he kind of works in conjunction with CBS. But he's not with the production team of Survivor per se.
So he's just interviewing all these people to be like, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has some pretty entertaining questions. Like, if you could bring a celebrity or fictional character to the island, who would you bring? I thought about that one. I'm like, man, who would I bring? I'm like, maybe Morgan Freeman, just because he's got a great voice and he can narrate everything. And I love Morgan Freeman. But so Eva, she is the first person that is autistic.
Oh,
I don't know. She's very high functioning autistic.
yeah, I can tell. PhD.
I mean, she played on the men's hockey team at Georgia Tech.
Wow.
First one to do that. And right now, like, she's studying seal whiskers and how they can differentiate different disturbances in the water, like a fish going.
Yeah.
Very fascinating, super smart gal. But she's not going to say she's a PhD candidate. She's going to say she's a college referee line judge.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Is she
'Cause she
going
does do
to tell everyone that she is autistic? Did she say that?
She didn't say that per se. The main thing is she doesn't know. She can't pick up on social cues. And so I think people will pick up on that pretty quick. And she also said, if someone's lying to me, I'm just not going to know it.
Yeah.
I just can't tell.
Yeah. I think there's like, obviously with anything, there's like pros and cons to it, right?
Yeah.
And so like the autistic people that I know, and this might be just like a generalization to all of them, I don't know, but like they're very like detail oriented and like, yeah, they can't pick up on like sarcasm and social cues, but like they can like process and see like so many things going on. So I think that'll be a big strength. So if she can get to the merge with the debate dude, then we can have like a pretty wild team going here.
Yeah. I think like, I feel like she could really jive with some of the people on her tribe, on the purple tribe. Because she's a college athlete, there's another college athlete on that tribe. That his name's Joe, and I feel like he could really play the father figure to her. Because she's what, 24? He's 45, and so
PhD candidate at 24, man. That's
like, she's super smart and tons of energy, very bubbly. She thinks she's gonna play like Denise and Lindsay, and Denise was a beast. I think she's going to be super strong in challenges. Like,
yeah, I think she's going to be super like strong in challenges, task oriented. I think she'll be good with like the physical and like the like puzzles and mental challenges.
Yeah, and she's going to work harder than everybody else out there.
Get it.
So Eva's, if she gets in with the right people, she'll make the merge for sure.
For sure.
Because there's definitely a couple other people on her tribe that I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think an important thing for her is just to make good allies.
Yeah, so, and loyalty's her main thing for an ally.
Great, well, so, good.
Most of these people is loyalty.
Yeah.
One person's like, I want someone who can put the T in loyalty.
No one's going to, dude. You're all competing for one spot.
There's only one winner.
Come on, man.
Only one winner.
All right, the next up we got is Kyle Fraser. He is 31. From Roanoke, Virginia, lives in Brooklyn. He is an attorney. He is fun, crafty, and social.
He says in the little clip that CBS put out, he's good at like challenges, good at swimming. He's like, I'm pretty much a really good average guy.
Okay.
And so if you're good at all those things, are you really average though? But I think he could be just solid.
Yeah.
You know? In a way, he kind of comes off as like Austin in 45. That's kind of like his personality. But I think he could go really far.
Yeah.
And I mean, him being young, yeah. And he says he wants to like controlled chaos is what I put down. If he can just be in control of that chaos and where that chaos is headed, I think he could do really well.
One of his pet peeves is styrofoam, and I relate to that. I hate styrofoam so much.
Well, he's on the Green Tribe, and so he's with Shaheen. He's with Stephanie. I think him and Shaheen could bond really well. There's also another gentleman on that tribe, Cedric, who's a colorectal surgeon.
Oh wow!
Honestly, I think all three guys could come together and bring another gal in, Mary, and I think they could be freaking strong.
Yeah, I mean, just based on his picture, looks like a good dude.
And so
kind of unassuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think he could go really well. Gotcha. I like him. Okay. I like him a lot.
Okay, the next one we got is Mitch Guerra, 34, from Waco, Texas. Still lives in Waco. He's a PE coach. He is joyful, relational, and competitive.
He also has a stutter that
okay.
He's dealt with all his life. And so that's his biggest pet peeve is people.
Did you see did he have an interview? Did you see an interview with him? Is it like a bad stutter? Is it like,
I feel like
kind of like there? Is it?
Depending on the situation, you could definitely tell. Yeah. But sometimes, it was really like he just spoke pretty well.
Yeah.
But other times,
I would assume under high pressure, nerves, everything like that, it comes out more. I would assume, but we'll see how he is on like the first competition and stuff like that. So
I guess.
I mean, it could hinder a little bit as far as communication goes. If it's like, hey, we need to get this done quick in a challenge when you're like neck and neck with another tribe, something like that.
Yeah. Well, the good thing for him, he's a PE coach. He looks physically fit.
Yeah.
His biggest issue is trying to find someone that's going to be patient and just sit there and talk to him. Mm-hmm. But if he can find that, I think he could.
Which tribe is he on?
He is on the wonderful orange tribe, Siva.
Siva. Okay.
So, yeah, I feel like he could do really well if he can find someone or a couple of people that will bring him in and go, okay.
Yeah.
Give us your ideas. Let's roll. So
yeah, and I'd assume with that, I'd assume he's had this his whole life, like the speech impediment thing. So I assume with that, he's used to kind of like working, I guess, harder or like maybe being misunderstood or just like trying harder to communicate with people. And I think that'll be a pretty big benefit to him.
Yeah. He says he's going to try and play like Spencer and Joe. And both those guys did really well. So, yeah, if he's that physically fit and that good at challenges, yeah, he can go pretty far.
Yeah, but I feel like in the last few seasons, at least, like, being good at challenges and stuff just puts a target on your back and gets you voted out when you don't win a challenge. Like, we saw it with Kyle, right? Yeah. Like, he won a bunch in a row. The one he lost, he got the boot.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the thing. Like, you almost have to have that Reba 4, because Dee was really worried about. Yeah. She was winning challenges and like, well, if I lose, you're gonna vote me out. But Julia is the one like, no, like, this is our 4. Like, we're not voting you out. We need you to get to the end. And so.
Okay. I don't know. He looks like a good dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Sai Hewley. I have no idea how to pronounce her actual name. Sionia.
That sounds pretty good.
I
don't either.
So bad. She is 30, from Philly, and currently lives in Simi Valley, California. She's a marketing professional and is outgoing, kind, and driven.
All right.
What tribe?
You know what? I actually messed up on my notes because I have 4 women in the Laggy tribe and 4 gentlemen in the Green tribe. But according to my notes, she is in the Laggy tribe. Whether that's true or not, we'll find out. I can't believe I made that fatal error. Man, so much for doing my homework. So yeah, she says she has to get to Gab. She wants to be and play like Marianne.
She's in Bula.
She is in Bula.
Yep.
So yeah, take her out of Laggy, put her in Bula, and put old Kyle over into the Purple tribe. Well, Sai, so if she's in Bula, she's going to have Stephanie over there, Shaheen, Mary, Justin, and Cedric. And so from her interview,
I mean, these are saying some pretty different tribes than yours.
Oh, really?
This could be wrong, though. I don't know.
We can always go to the bottom and look at the actual tribes.
Yeah.
Man, if she goes... Here's the thing. I feel like she... Just the way she was speaking, first impression, it's either her or Stephanie going first.
You think they're gonna butt heads?
Yeah, because, and with the gift of gab, Shaheen, if he loves his voice so much, like a lot of people talking over each other, it's gonna get on people's nerves.
The past few times, those people that have talked a lot have they've made it to the merge and stuff, but they're gone. Yeah. Like they haven't made it to the end.
But if they
like Roman,
oh my gosh, brutal. But I just feel like it's either her or Stephanie from the Vula tribe going first. That's just what I think. With her, like, she wants, and this is why I say this, she wants an ally that's observant, can read the room, and can be trusting. It's like, wait, are you not observant? And can you not read the room? You're in marketing. You should be able to do some of that.
Right.
But I think this is why Survivor picks these people, because they want them to, like, not be as self-aware. Just to have the chaos happen. Bring up those conflicts. But I feel like, Sai, it's either you or it's Stephanie going on first. That's what I think from that tribe.
All right.
But,
okay. The next up, we got Joe Hunter. He is 45 from Vacaville, California, currently in West Sacramento, and he's a fire captain, courageous, compassionate, loving, and a kick-ass dad.
Yeah. I love Joe. Other people call him The Rock. As they've been walking around. Awesome dude. I feel like he can be the provider and also like the father figure. And I feel like his biggest hang up is he's a lieutenant in the firefighter industry. So he's used to leadership. People doing, him sending out, okay, you can do this, you do this, giving people roles and then having that go out. He's super physically fit, but can you step back enough and not grade people the wrong way? Almost like Bruce. Almost identical to Bruce in that way. And Bruce could not help himself but try to correct people. Oh, you're doing this
all
wrong.
The time. Which rubs people the wrong way.
Oh, so quick.
It says here his pet peeve is rude people, selfish people, mean people, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I'm like, man, he's going to have a hard time with some people because there's going to be some of this going on. There's going to be backstabbing, and I don't think he's going to be too crazy about that stuff.
But I think on his tribe with who he's got, I think he can do a really good job, like Cedric and Justin, and who's the gal? Oh, there's a gal named Mary on their tribe that I think would do really well as a foursome.
Okay.
So, but no, I think, oh man, I hope he goes far. I really like him.
Yeah, I mean, I bet he'll be pretty good in the challenges and be able to kind of direct. So as long as he doesn't have anyone that's going to just oppose him just because they don't like some dude calling all the shots. But I would assume that he'd be pretty good under pressure and everything. And
I like him a lot. He's a stud.
All right, so the next one we have is Camila Carthagesu.
Canadian.
She's from Toronto. She's 31, from Toronto, lives in Foster City, California. She's a software engineer. and she is silly, expressive, and impatient. Those don't sound very good for this game.
It's so funny because in her interview, she's like, I kind of failed my way through life. Like, people say, oh, you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be a civil engineer. Didn't get into the right program, failed out of that. Finally became a software developer. I want to do video games. I brought my Nintendo Switch. And man, she looked so tired. It's like, man, it looks like you've been gaming all night. She had massive bags under her eyes. Yeah, I was like, oh man, you need a nap, girl. But I would love to work with her because I feel like she's the smallest person. She's like 5'1". She says she doesn't talk. She has a terrible vocabulary, and so she sounds dumb. But she knows what she's doing. But I think I could work with her and be like a real like Malcolm Denise, Maria Charlie type duo. I feel like if she can connect to somebody, she would go really far and do really well.
Yeah.
And I think she's funny.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's in trouble. But then as I got to listen to her, I'm like, man, if you connect with the right person, you can go so far in this game. Like, no one's going to perceive you as a threat by the way you talk and your stature.
Yeah.
Problem is, can you get through the first vote if you lose and people are like, you sucked at these challenges, you're out.
Yeah.
But I think Camilla is hilarious.
It's like that thing, right? It's like if people like underestimate her and think she's just dead weight, they might keep her around because they're like, oh, dude, I'm going to the end with this girl because I'm just going to easily win. I don't know.
Well, she is also on a tribe that has supposedly she's got David on her tribe. She's part of Siva, right?
Yeah.
And David is like, someone said he ate Tom Cruise for lunch because he is jacked. So, I mean, maybe that'll help them come together. Yeah. David's a trip.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait to get to him.
Oh, you're gonna love it. But if she pairs with the right person,
you're making her sound like she's kind of like an Andy. Right? Like,
she totally could be. She totally could be. And who knows how she's going to act, especially when no food, sleep deprived. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of David, he's the next David King.
Oh my gosh.
He is 39, Long Beach, California. Now lives in Buena Park. He's a stunt performer, passionate, daring, and curious. And yeah, he is super jacked. And just going off of looks, like he's not going to make it to the end.
True. Yeah, he's probably not. His goal is to win more immunity challenges than anybody.
Well, he's going to have to win all of them.
Yeah, he is. If he wants to make it to the end. Yeah. For season 50, he's like, well, if I just win 6, I'll make it to 50.
Okay.
Like, they're calling me back.
Oh, okay. So
This guy, in his interview, man, he is all about David. He is all that and a cup of cheese, according to David.
I do believe he'll be good at challenges. He's a stunt performer. Is that just a stunt man? Like, okay. Yeah. So I would imagine he'll be good at the physical challenges at least.
I don't know, though, like, because you get these guys that are jacked, and there's, like, balance and stuff. Some of them just absolutely suck.
But if he's a stunt man, he's got to have good balance and stuff, I think.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
I think he does.
Okay. The funniest story about this dude. He hasn't seen every season. He's seen a couple here and there. And he's admitted that. He said, when he got the call and talked to the casting person, her name's Penny, I guess. She's like, okay, well, we're going to have you talk to Jeff Probst. He's like, cool, who's that?
No way.
Yeah.
Has he ever watched Survivor?
I know, right? Because he's thinking, like, that's the CEO of Survivor, whatever. And so he's like, Probst, cool. How do you spell that? And so while he's on the phone, he's Googling. It's like, oh, that's the host.
Okay.
She's like, have you not seen this show? He's like, no, I've seen it, but, like, him? I'm going to talk to him?
Okay.
I think that's hilarious. He's just like, yeah. I don't even know who that is.
Okay, well, he's going to be a trip.
The face of Survivor, the guy that you see on all the billboards with Survivor behind him.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's going to be a trip, man.
yeah. I think, though, they're probably going to keep him around just because he's going to be great at challenges. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
He says he's great under pressure because that's just the way he's lived his life. Been like a rafting guide for 6 years and all this stuff. But, yeah, does he have the self-awareness?
No, it doesn't sound like it from this.
No.
I think
in his interview, too.
I do think, like you said, they'll keep it. Unless he, like, really upsets some people, he'll probably make the merge, and then he'll do well in the challenges. So he'll go, but he's going to just be one of those people that they're gunning for, you know?
Yeah.
And so if he doesn't win a challenge, he's out.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think he'll make the merge, but he'll be quick to get voted out right there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
all right, so
it'll be entertaining chaos either way.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
So next up, we have Thomas Crottinger, 34, from the Woodlands, Texas, lives in Los Angeles. He's a music executive. He is outgoing, emotional, and loyal. Emotional probably isn't going to help him much in this game.
He just wants to hoodwink people, as he says. And I freaking love this dude. He would be so much fun to play with. Like, just his mannerisms. He says he works in a viper pit.
Yeah.
And that's really helped him with his resilience and just like,
yeah,
cool. Like, well, we're not taking a no for an answer.
Yeah, I'd imagine the music business is pretty cutthroat. So he's probably used to all of this, like someone being friendly to your face and then like trying
stabbing you in the back. But I freaking love this dude. I think he could go to the end and win it. I just think he's super entertaining. Thomas, you're my number one pick right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it right now. Like, I just think he's so much fun. So we'll see. He said he started watching during the pandemic, and he's helped so many people achieve their dreams. He's like, well, this is now a dream I want. And,
that's cool.
And now he's on there, and he just seems like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Very personable with people, and I think he can do well.
Yeah. According to this sheet, he's on the Logi tribe.
Yep, that's what I got.
With Star, Joe, Eva, Bianca, and that Persian dude,
Shaheen?
Shaheen.
Oh, I put Shaheen on the wrong track.
Yeah.
That's where I messed up. Oh, well, that's good.
Honestly,
good for
that sounds like a fun, fun tribe.
So, man,
Shaheen and Eva.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good time right there. So, yeah, if those guys can do well, because I could see him teaming up with Shaheen or Bianca.
These are the ones that I think are the biggest threats in the game, are those people that aren't like the super jacked, like I'm going to win every challenge guys, but they're like the guys that like are good socially, get a lot of connections, they make good moves, and they win a little bit. And it seems like he could do that.
All those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Thomas, he's my front runner at this time.
Okay.
So I think he's going to be fun.
The next person we have is Kevin Leung. He is 34 from Fremont, California, lives in Livermore, California. He's a finance manager, energetic, social, and determined. A lot of people that live in California on this season.
Yeah, that's okay. But some of them have moved from other places to California for their job. He's also been an Abercrombie and Fitch model.
Really?
And that's where he learned how to charm people. Because that's what his bosses want him to do. Just invite people in, charm them up, and get them to buy something.
Great.
And so, he's pretty fit. The first time he really wanted to do it is he saw Yule out there and win in his season. He's like, oh, he looks like me. I could do this. He seems super friendly, smiling all the time. Lots of people loved him just walking around because he just seemed like easygoing and very approachable. And so I think he could do really well.
Yeah, I think that's like a pretty good quality to have, is just like making people feel comfortable and like at ease around you.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna like trust you with information. They're gonna like want to work with you, stuff like that. So, yeah.
So yeah, I think he could definitely make the merge, and he's kind of like the buff guy on their tribe. So I think he's gonna do well.
According to this thing, he is on Vulu with.
My gosh, I think I jacked up how I put all my notes down.
I don't know. Maybe this thing's jacked up. This is just on Reddit, so it's Cedric, right. Justin, Kevin, Mary, Cy, and Stephanie.
No, I think that's right. I don't know what I was writing down when I was going through this. Anyway, all right.
Oh, speaking of, the next person
man, Cedric.
Cedric McFadden. He's 45, from Columbia, South Carolina, lives in Greenville, South Carolina. This is the surgeon you were talking about.
Colorectal surgeon.
And he is dependable, determined, and conscientious.
Conscientious?
Yeah, conscientious.
Okay. Sorry. I love Cedric. I think he's got a great, calm demeanor, which is going to attract a ton of people to him. I feel like most people said the black guy with the glasses, like, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's going to make it to the merge, and when he gets to the merge, he's going to have a ton of options of who he wants to work with and what's going to be best for his game. I almost feel like he is going to be like Gabler from 43.
Yeah, where known, like, everyone just liked him. He's a good dude, like very like calm, collected.
Won a couple here and there, but never a threat, but never the target. And I just feel the same with this guy. Like,
his favorite hobbies is jigsaw puzzles. So if he doesn't do good at the puzzles, I'm going to be upset.
Well, you got to be a good puzzle person if you're going to be a surgeon.
Yeah.
Got to put stuff back together.
You better be good at it.
But I love Cedric. Just a calm, down-to-earth guy that I think is going to do really well. Might not win a bunch of challenges, but I feel like he's got the social and charisma and demeanor to just bring people together
and like just keep them calm during like frustrations or like high intensity moments. I feel like that's just kind of something that you could do.
And so I think like him, Justin, Kevin, and Mary on their tribe. I think those four could do some damage.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah. Give it to me.
Next one, we have Charity Nelms. She
Charity.
is 34, from Monroe, Michigan. Lives in St. Petersburg, Florida. She's a flight attendant. She is bold, fun, and loyal.
So a lot of people said they could not get a read on this girl. She seemed confident, but they couldn't get a read on her, and they're like, suspicious.
Yeah.
Camilla is like, I would jump off a cliff for that girl.
Really?
It's hilarious.
Okay. Interesting.
That's why I think Camilla's hilarious. She's just like, okay, well, sounds like you can be persuaded pretty easy.
All right, well, they're on the same tribe there, so.
So, I think those two are going to have a good duo. She's physically fit. She lost 100 pounds. Like 10 years ago, she was 100 pounds heavier. And,
wow.
So she's also like a health and wellness coach. And so she's healthy. She's ready to rock and roll. I think she's going to be great at challenges.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, are you going to be able to sway or get rid of these first impressions where people are suspect of you?
Yeah.
And make it far.
Yeah, for sure.
And so...
But because I think like there's something to be said at times for people not being able to get a read on you. But if you want someone to like actually like work with you and stuff, then like
you got to be open and welcoming on that. And so like I feel like if people are walking around and you're not smiling, not making eye contact, people are going to be devious of you. Like, oh, okay, we got to get them out.
Yeah,
like I can't trust them. They won't even work with me.
Okay.
Or look at me.
Well,
who we got?
All right, the next one we got here is Justin Piopi.
Sounds good.
He is 29, from Winthrop, Massachusetts. Still lives there. He's a pizzeria manager. He is compassionate, hardworking, and resilient. Oh, dude, could you imagine he gets like far in the game and then for a reward there's pizza? He would lose his mind.
And he's like, this is rubbish.
Yeah.
Can I make the pizza?
He's like, this is so good because I haven't eaten anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, his family has a pizzeria business there in like the Boston area. And he was going to, like, he went to Yale and like political science, and he was going to go on with aspirations of like a political career, but his mom got leukemia and got really sick, and so he came back and kind of took over managing the pizzeria. And
wow.
He says his mom is doing a lot better, which is exciting, but this guy, he just seems like really reserved, and I almost feel like I'm trying to think of like another player that would be like reserved like him, where he's kind of like in the shadows, but he can make it to the end. You know, who's that lawyer? Jake. Like, Jake was terrible at the game. And so in a way, I feel like he could be like Jake, kind of like always on the wrong side of the votes, but willing to vote and do.
This is
do
kind
whatever.
of interesting. The player who he identifies with the most, he never says like, I will play like this guy, but he says, I've always been a big fan of Tyson.
Mm-hmm. The hair.
Yeah. So.
And man, I feel like Tyson is one of the OG on the Mount Rushmore kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Tyson is really good at making people think he likes them, even though he doesn't want to work with them.
Yeah.
You know, and building that relationship. But hey, if he plays like Tyson, this is going to be amazing. I would love that for him.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, if anything, he can make him a Sam pizza. Maybe put some anchovies on it.
Okay, we got Bianca Roses. She is 33 from West Orange, New Jersey, lives in Arlington, Virginia. She's a PR consultant. She is bold, friendly, and enthusiastic.
She is enthusiastic, started her own PR firm after working
Good
at
for
another
her.
one for like 7 years.
Wow.
Quite the strategist, and she's all about vibes and how she's going to communicate with somebody for an ally. I feel like, man, out of the gate, she might be perceived as a threat because I could see her just always wanting to strategize, and other people going, whoa, we don't need to be on like that 24/7. Like, we have our alliance. And so I could see that kind of working against her. She says this is hilarious. She's going to play like Dee, Kenzie, Marianne, and Michelle. All winners. The problem is, I don't think you are.
Yeah. Interesting. So she's on the Logie tribe.
Yeah.
With Eva, Joe, Shaheen, Star, and Thomas.
I don't think she'll be the first boot. But she might be the second off that tribe if they go to tribal.
Yeah, well, Joe's the fire chief, right?
Yeah.
So I can see them kind of butting heads if she's wanting to like be the voice, and then he's like trying to order her around. I think that'll cause some tensions.
Yeah. So the only one from that tribe, I think Star is the one that's on the outs.
Okay.
Just from her personality. Like, but we'll get to her.
Yeah, we'll get to her. The next one up right now is Chrissy Sarnowski. She's 55, south side of Chicago. She still lives there. She's a fire lieutenant. She is badass, lucky, and generous. Hey, if you're lucky, that's great. You need to get a little lucky. You gotta be a little lucky to win this game.
She says she's going to play like Caroline, which I think is perfect.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about Caroline. I think she'd almost be maybe like a mixture of like Mama J and Sue from this last season. But man, she's a hardworking woman. I think a lot of people said they wanted to work with her. And so I feel like she is going to be kind of like Sue, where everybody's going to gravitate to her, want to work with her, and take her to the end.
Let's hope that she's a little better with jars of paint than Sue was.
But if she's not, even better.
Yeah, even
we'll
better.
Take it. I hope it smashes in front of the whole tribe.
That is literally one of my favorite things that's ever happened in Survivor.
Oh, Sue. What a sweetheart. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think she will make the tribe, and she's going to get far. Because I just feel like I feel like older ladies like that have a huge advantage where people just want to work with them. Because they're going to be motherly.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like she has enough self-awareness, like, okay, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and watch what happens here.
Yeah, dude, that's what I want.
And
I want everyone to be like, oh, this is just some sweet like mother figure, and then I want her to just be ruthless and like just behind everyone's backs, just like
I feel like Chrissy could be that type of person who keeps her mouth shut, watches what happens, and then goes and picks up the pieces and go, okay, let's get them out. I'm with you.
Great.
So I like Chrissy. I think she's gonna be fun.
Just looking at her tribe, she's on Siva with Charity, David, Camilla, Kyle, and Mitch. David is seeming to be the odd one out on that tribe. Like, 'cause it seems like from what you've said, like pretty much everyone else is like pretty cool, pretty chill, like kind of funny, quirky,
Yeah, I feel
whatever.
like, okay, in that tribe, it might be Camilla going out first. Maybe, God. Like, maybe Charity, depending on the way she comes into the game. But yeah, like the guys, God, maybe Mitch, depending on how he works with people. So, I don't know. It's going to be tough to see how it shakes out. Yeah. But, I don't know. I think Chrissy's going to do well, though.
Good. Okay.
I think she's going to go pretty dang far.
Well, we got 2 more people left. So
Cool.
the next one is Star Timmy. She's 28 from Monrovia, Liberia. Interesting. Currently lives in Augusta, Georgia. She's a sales expert. I don't actually know what that means. She's hilarious, smooth, laugh out loud, funny.
Well,
what's a sales expert? She's just in sales.
She's in sales.
Okay.
Like she says, she'll sell you whatever you want. Whether you need a phone case for that phone. Yeah.
Great.
The way it sounded like, so you work at like T-Mobile in the mall? That's what it sounded like to me. But she says she's been doing it for 3 years, really loves it.
Great.
Her energy though, like, it's a little bit like TK and Tevin had a Venus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, I just don't think she's gonna gel very well.
Yeah.
Like, in some of her, even from the clips of CBS, you can't even really understand what she's saying. She's like, spazzing out.
Just like way too much energy.
Yeah.
Like, you need to calm down.
Oh, maybe a little bit of Rome in there too.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm just like, I don't think you're going to gel that well with your tribe. And I think she's going to be the first one out on her tribe. Because, yeah, it's almost over the top and just like, I don't think you're going to do well.
Okay.
Like, you may be in sales, but you might... And the other thing I saw is just like, you might take things the wrong way and get really annoyed and kind of like make a scene.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Yeah, because it's like those people have not done super well. Those very loud ones.
Like, I'd probably say Tevin did the best in the sense that he paired with Hunter.
Yeah.
God, I hope they bring Tevin back for 50.
I like Tevin.
I freaking love Tevin. He was so much fun.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe after this season we'll break down who we think should come back for 50 because there's been some characters. Can you imagine Tevin, Q, on the same tribe?
I was thinking
She's going wild and rogue. Those 3 on one tribe.
And get Andy back.
And then also throw on like Venus on that tribe.
Yeah.
Just make it a
Venus
mishmash.
needs to come back.
Oh yeah, we love
Yeah.
freaking Venus.
Okay. All right.
So I'm sorry. I love you, Star, but I just don't think you're going to do very well in this game. I think you're the first out.
Okay. Last one, last but not least, Mary Zhang. She is 31 from Montgomery Village, Maryland, lives in Philly. Substance abuse counselor, chaotic, dynamic, and thoughtful.
So Mary, I put her on the Green Tribe. I don't even know if my notes are right about what tribe's what.
Yeah, she's on there. Voulou.
She's great at listening since she's a counselor. She said she went backpacking for a year around the world. Ooh. And she would just sit down and talk to people, and people would just tell her stuff. And afterwards, they'd be like, oh, I feel so much better. I've never told anyone that. And so I think she's going to be fantastic listening to people and really being able to diffuse situations where she does want to be in control, but I feel like she's got enough self-awareness where she'll be like, okay, we're going to just step back and listen, and then we'll come back and see what happens. But I think she can go really far. And she looks strong.
Yeah.
And so she said, she wants to do some espionage and go kind of undercover, which is kind of fun. I like that. And she wants an ally that can shut off their emotions.
Okay.
So she's probably more emotional, and so she's going to need someone more logical on her tribe. And she's in a great tribe where I feel like you got Cedric there that could help her out.
Yeah, Cedric, Justin, Kevin, Mary, Cy, and Stephanie.
I think with the guys, she's going to relate well, and she might butt heads with Stephanie, which is going to be hilarious. But I think she's going to, out of all the girls, she's going to be the one to stay in that tribe.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right, so just to finish up here, who do you think is going to go home first? And who do you think is going to win the whole thing?
Okay. Thomas, I want you to win the whole thing. I think you're freaking awesome. A bundle of joy, if you will.
Bundle of joy.
Okay. First, we'll go per tribe.
Okay.
Star is going to be the first one out if they go to.
Okay, so Star's out of Loggy.
Out of the purple tribe. Green, Stephanie.
Okay, Stephanie's out of Voulou.
And orange.
Eva.
Oh, jeez. I think it's either. I feel it might be either Mitch or Camilla.
Okay. That's fair.
Probably Camilla.
Knowing Zero and just off of a hunch, I think that the purple tribe is going to be the one to lose the first challenge.
They're going to be your disaster tribe?
Yeah, I think they're just going to kind of like fall apart in the challenge.
The Loggy losers?
Yeah, and I think that I'll agree with you. I think Star will get the boot from there.
Yeah.
So I think she'll be the first one to go home.
All right. Any winner picks?
Man, this is hard. Winner picks. Here's my problem. I never pick the correct winner. I don't even pick the person that goes to like final 3. So the ones that I'm leaning towards, I'm not gonna pick. So I'm gonna actually go with to win. You know what? I'm gonna go with. Gosh, man, this is so hard.
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna go with Eva.
Oh, the autistic gal.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm gonna go with her. I think she's gonna win it all.
Dude, that is not a terrible pick at all. That's awesome. That's a good pick. All right. You think purple's gonna be the latest Lulu losers?
Yeah.
The Loggy losers.
Loggy losers. I don't know. Maybe there'll be one tribe that just does horrible again, but I hope not.
Well, that's the thing. I cannot pick that tribe. Like last time, the tribe we picked, I'm like, these guys are going to rock it.
Yeah. No.
They freaking sucked.
I know. That's why I just need to go against all my
intuition
and just pick the opposite. So.
Well, as much as I love Thomas and him being on the Loggy tribe, I do feel like they're going to lose the first one,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Let us know who
Totally.
you like, who you don't like, who you think's going to go home, who you think's going to win it all, and any fun stuff that might happen.
See what kind of twists are in the future for this game. Yeah. But subscribe, comment, let us know, and stay tuned for our next episode covering The Amazing Race. Yo ho ho. Right?
Yo ho ho.
Yo ho ho.